Maybe we can get to number 1 if we back-to-back win, maybe. Need some good MMR opponents. Yeah, Burek is only reserved to number 1. Food of champions. Chat, what's your favorite Burek flavor? What do we need? We need one more draft. We gotta do it. From Mythic to Eternity. Ooh, we haven't drafted. Have we drafted white today? We have not drafted white today. What is happening? Am I betraying aggro? Well, maybe we're drafting white now. It's by far the best card in the pack. I actually kind of came down on the Relic. I think there's 2 lanes of deck. For instance, the blue-black that we had earlier would really want the Relic. But if you go like blue-white, I don't think you care about the Relic. That's a good card. Greenhouse is really strong in Celestia. Faithful is good. Mechan is good. But once you get a boosters, and I want to play at least one booster in any white deck, Captain is premium. Works with the Regate. Oh, I thought it was another one. Okay, here we're taking. We can try Celestia, but I kind of feel the Titan is also fine. My win ratio with blue-white is pretty miserable though. 55 or something like that. But I had good decks. I just think like blue-white everything needs to get in order. If it doesn't get in order, it's medium. But I think the Titan might be the strongest card. Like we could take one of these two. Or the Burst. If we go green-white, I'm just slamming that green ship. Pango as well. I don't know. Another green ship. Another green ship. I don't ever want more than one green ship though. So should I be taking Burst and one of the ship's wheels? Or do we go... But the other cards are so much worse than these two. This is also an easy light splash. And sometimes you go heavy white. You go mono, literally. If we go Celestia, Eulogist. If we actually... What if we abandon white? But then this card sucks. I didn't have that in... I didn't maybe acknowledge that scenario. I think this has the highest upside. The white decks usually don't want to play blocks. Maybe blue-white sometimes wants a block, but so rarely. Then Burst was better if I abandon white. Yeah, but Radiant Strike in white decks is bad. I mean, in white decks, like it's funny because like, Radiant Strike is just you don't want it in any white deck. You kind of want it on a splash often. Like it's so rarely that white goes non-aggro. Sweeper is good, but we have so many ships. I'm just taking this captain. Blue is kind of drying out. The blue is also pretty deep in this format. So it's pretty easy to recognize a blue signal or a non-blue signal. For me, white and blue are the deepest color, but yeah, it's dangerous now because I don't think white is open, but maybe we'll force it through. We have this like core. None of these cards do anything except Monois is a strong one. And we can still go white-black. I don't even think Relic is the best common in this set. Like maybe if you read stats, yeah, but Luminary is, I think, more important and it's not tempo inefficient. And it goes into any white deck. Well, Relic, I don't think it's good in blue-white. Blue at common. Well, Cryo Shatter is the best removal at common, in my opinion. But yeah, besides those two cards, there's not much. You don't need too many mechans. What do we do here? Red also seems to be completely open. Boros. It's hard to pivot into red-black. Yeah, back on Erexio, but I mean, I can live with that. I guess we're Boros. Like green has dried up. Maybe black, but this mechan was too late. Funny is black-red is the open lane, but we have to abandon too much maybe. Yeah, weird positioning. I got dragged, baited by the frigate. Okay, at least red is completely open. After passing a mechan, pursuing black is also like terrible now, even though Monois is a good card. So we could technically pivot into red-black, but it's hard with the frigate and all we need is few boosters and we make the captains actually good. Torpedo is good in Boros. Ooh. I think Trooper is a better card in red-white than a freaking Vestige, but Vestige is still good. I mean, sometimes you have some ships this can crew. Belgari, what's up, what's up? I never played the card. Maybe it's playable. I really like Scrapper, but I'm gonna try to get one later. Ace is exactly what we want. It finds a frigate. It's a 2-mana 2/3. If it doesn't find a frigate and it wears a counter. I know I could go back to black, but I think it's too dangerous to abandon the signal, because I think that was an actual signal. In arena, sometimes wild things happens, but I don't like. I know this card is good, but I don't think we abandon red, because like red was more open than any other color in pack one. I do like drone, but this is just a 1-drop, and 1-drops are pretty good. Well, how likely are we wheeling the boosters? Because I need boosters, otherwise captains get worse. And I want 2 boosters, but it's hard to pass the Meccan. We passed another booster. This one is now maybe the deciding pick of the draft. I think we go safe. It's too important to have 1 booster. Plunge is great. Yeah, Meccan just makes random cards good, like any lava runner if we get it. Ooh, nice. Nice give there. Plunge as well, but we just picked a plunge. I don't think I care about these 7 mana cards in this format. Look at that. Signal reading at its finest. Enhancer in this deck would be awesome. Wow, if we get the Seriyama, that would be sick. Seriyama usually goes so late though. We want to maybe now, but maybe Meccan wheels for whatever reason. Because red was really open. Booster 1. I also don't think I want to play the third one, but second one, well, there's the third one. We'll see. We do have 2 captains, but nice. We want another ship since we have Sammy and Torpedo. We can tap this down, we can tap Meccan down. Scrapper can tap itself down. So it's like Sammy we can trigger even without ships. But yeah, I'd rather have a sweeper would be good, which I guess I passed in booster 1 when I was still searching for the color. Oh, nice. Not the greatest bolt deck, but it's fine. Bolt is just good. Harvester is okay in this deck. If nothing, it lures a removal out. It's actually close between Meccan. I do like 1-drops in general if we have ways to buff them. And we have like counters here. Enhancers get better, which I'm assuming we will. So I think I'm still taking it. These usually don't end up in the yard is the issue. But we have some early artifacts. Okay. Pretty. I want that rammer, but hard to pass a Kawu. The 3 for 1. Or you just play it for 3 and it's like a 2 for 1 often. We don't have other Kawus. Oh, we have a Kawu. Wait. There is a... No, this is not a Kawu. There's a Kawu now, but I really don't like the card. Might be okay in this deck though. The thing is, you're not always aggro, and then it's just a 3-mana 2/2, but it is a Kawu. I'm gonna take Mechan. Mechan is just too good. Luminary, but I want a ship, so is it a ship ever? This is our first Luminary. That one is relatively... Well, now I get punished. Just getting a Luminary. Well, there's a Sweeper. We can take a Sweeper now. I think we just need another ship in this deck. Otherwise, Sammy gets medium. Otherwise, I would never... Like, I would always take a Luminary over Sweeper, but this is a good Sweeper deck. Wait, what? A what? A what? Do we ever care about Radiant Strike? Do I ever care about Meccan? Meccan is not too bad, but it's also not great. Also, I don't think I ever play a strike if I have a torpedo in an aggro deck. What are you doing? Nice. This play is actually great in this deck. I don't know what to cut for it. And now I want an enhancer as well. And these cards are just bad. Could cut Rick, even though it's not the worst Rick deck, but it's just, I think I'd rather play this play because it has a higher upside than Rick. Still need to make 2 cuts. We're a little low on the removal, so I think I wanna play all the removal. Too bad we didn't get a focus fire. I think focus fire is better than bolt by quite a lot. Well, this is removal. I don't think Harvester does anything special, but it's just a 1-drop. Pangolin. Pangolin is good with Sammy, but that's it. But then if we cut Pangolin, like Gunship gets a little bit worse. This gets a little bit worse. We still have 12 artifacts though. Who would have thought? I don't know. Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible to cut anything. 18 lands, 43. I kind of like this play, but I mean, we have 2 of these and Luminar. Usually that's enough. But it is true that like Frigate does what this play does a little bit better. Or not better, but it's less conditional. Yeah, but I have such good experience with that card that I don't know. I'm not sold that it's ever bad if you just make sure you have a bunch of 1/1s. Okay. One more. I don't think we can go down a booster. Captain really loses its power if you don't have a booster in the library. I think I'd rather play 41 than cut a land. I mean, goes either way, I guess. But can we just not make a real cut? No, torpedo is too good. It could go in theory, but it just does a lot of damage to face if it sticks because we can sack boosters. That's it. I don't mind cutting that actually. Another thing is it is a way to tap it down for Sammy. Like it taps itself down. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we can cut that. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's really hard to play 16 if you're not cantripping. If you're cantripping, it's pretty easy to play 16 though. Not many games in this format come down to like card advantage. So if you have an excess land, it doesn't hurt you as much as if you don't curve out. I found it to be just like an extremely aggressive format. At least that's how I view it. And I'm building my decks to either be ready for other aggressive decks or have a curve out plan. Okay. So technically torpedo unless we get anything that cares about artifacts. It is true that if I draw the second boosters, I'm gonna cry. But we can ramp Mechan into boosters. I don't like this hand against blue-black. You can now maybe like the hand more. A little bit more. Hopefully you get a 3-drop down. Well, torpedo looks better now than this bolt. But okay. It's too good, right? Does it make a difference? I guess it does make a difference. Yeah, because this is 4 and then this cruise again and it's a creature next turn. Okay, that's sick. This is where Bolt is like irreplaceable. It's so good versus a 3-drop play. We could, however, go I mean, do lose a lot of board presence, but I cannot crew the ship other if I go boosters. No, but I can go both of these, right? So it's just too good. Pretty good turn. Okay. Okay. Well, this and just find a booster next turn because I want to get it out of the way as soon as possible. So we don't draw it ever. Imagine having a display in this hand. Well, annoying actually. Block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we want to just draw. So bad if we draw the booster, but maybe we want to pump this turn or that. But pump would be better than fetching if we got a land. So that's why I think it was important to not get blinded by this. Doesn't matter. Now it's better to to get anything than just sack that. We're too far ahead. Oh, this also warps. So Bolt is kind of pretty easy to make a 3 damage play. So next turn we have... Well, this goes under a counter spell versus colors that cannot deal with a frigate is interesting. But we could next turn just Trooper and attack for a lot and find a spot for frigate. I think it's still this guy. Can do these two now. Okay, they were 3 colors. Because like versus blue-black, I would seriously consider just getting that under a counter. Here, well, they cannot counter that, so we'll go. Do you want a counter on Harvester? Probably. Like even if they deal with it, okay, chill. We just have to treat it as a normal creature here. I think it's better. Man, Bolt. Crazy. This lets us attack for tap out. Kinda want the frigate, but this is more efficient. Let's not give them info first. Could have put it on itself, but... Opponent is trying out something. Trying out a single spell per turn. Well, that's pretty good. It's only 4. If I attack, I'll get a 1/1. Rare is gonna get sacked. But they're dead on board. Well, dead on board, they have 1 mana. Which, I guess instant speed, there's nothing, right? There we go, Mythic Gaming. Where did we land in? Number 4, okay. Let's go to Eternity. Now we just go to Eternity. Okay, I mean, it's a hand. Imagine getting a land. Well, we can go this on 3. Well, it's actually pretty good. Harvester Frigate, if we don't get a land, we find a land here and Kuru on 3. Okay, so this turn is attack. Well, I don't want it to get. They don't have it, have they? The focus fire. Focus fire is so bad for us here, but we really don't need to crew. They always have it. I don't know. It's also down the line. It's unclear when focus fire will actually be maybe better than because harvester. We don't need it for anything else than just being a creature right now. They never have it. We need to find a land here or just find a land naturally would be even better. Okay. Okay. I should be still doing this probably. Maybe I needed a Kawu. Maybe I need a 3-3. No. Just a body. No, this is pretty good. Three wouldn't be that bad though. But since we don't have other Kawus, we can lose a card. It's awkward. Okay, okay. And doesn't look that sick anymore. We still have +2 cards. A 2-for-1. Sorta 2-for-1. That I'll approve. Wait, Sammy? Wow, the 3-4 is actively good here. Hertog, thank you so much for your prime. Appreciate that. Opponent playing good cards, but they go for value. Well, because they have that. Okay, okay. So I think the booster will be more value than the technician. Well, we do get the harvester value though, so that adds up. Okay. But close. It's hard to replicate what a booster does for late game. I guess Radiant Strike, but rather it's fine. I don't like the card. I think that equipment is too conditional. And the upside is not high enough for me. But maybe, like, never say never, because maybe there's a deck for it. Yeah, usually you're trading creatures in your turn when you're a hat, right? So it is a, like, it's sort of like a win more concept. Okay. That was a 3-for-1 now. So if I deal with that, I go face. If I attack 3 to finish the heavy, there's so many options. Oh wait, wait. Oh wait a minute. That works. Didn't expect that block. Well, we're still so far ahead even with the mass removal. But I think I'll play that out and just pass. They get 2 creatures, then we... I don't know. The X-Mass removal doesn't do anything. But we're still so far ahead, so probably can pass. We're like, they need probably 3 cards here to stabilize 3 plays, which they cannot get. And first of all, they need removal plus that, and it's still... Well, I guess that would be lethal through this and removal. So maybe that was wrong. Oh no, but we still have lethal because this makes another token. So even the removal plus that is not enough. In this case, I don't mind playing around mass removal because it's such a specific scenario. Now they cannot gain life, so we still have it. So I can just in case go here, even though we have it. I just want to see what's next. Let's go. I mean, recently I've been drafting just decks like that, like just low to the ground curve out decks. And that has been like my bread and butter in this set. I feel like altogether as a community early completely misjudged the format. It feels like one of the more aggressive sets. To me at least. Or at least, I want to build decks like that, but this is just modern limited. I think that's true for most formats. You fall behind on tempo, you probably lose. Because tempo translates into value most of the times. It's not about just, like every card has an ETB. It's not about like pure card draw anymore. And like you just want to play creatures that generate value. And if those creatures are attacking, that transfers into awkward exchanges like down trading removal or 2-for-1 blocking and stuff like that. And it goes both ways. If you build your control cheap, you don't need to engage into bad blocks because you manage to match the board easier. So it's just, Magic is evolving. That's the reality. We have plenty of value in an aggro deck. Pretty medium hand, but okay, now it's better. Is this a Kavu? No. We match this 2-1 pretty easily. Yeah, but also you don't, like, the thing is, people thought you can get away with high expensive cards, but the cards like God Mouse and the 4-4 Dragon and the Kill Ship and those cards are just kind of actively bad in this format because they're too expensive. I'm not saying it's necessarily like a curve out format, but you're actively seeking for multiple 1-drops and you want to have 10 plus 1 and 2 drop plays, which is maybe true for every limited format in modern age. Maybe we just need that Luminary on. The question is, will this attack or not? I kind of feel safe just playing this out as a 4 and then we try to figure out the value plan. Well, if I make a... Yeah, I'll just play this out. This pangolin is getting out of hand. Yikes. Okay, at least you're not taking too much damage. Okay. Oh, sick, we can do both. Now this is probably the biggest issue, or the pangolin. Probably the pangolin, just because it gets big. But I can only deal 3 this turn, unless I wait. But I don't think like Psionis does much, no? Yeah, I think it's the pangolin. We can later figure out how to deal with that. We have the torpedo and a ship now. This comes in and then... I don't think we station this turn. Fine. If that's all they're doing this turn. Okay, get this down. That one can go here. Don't even take that much damage, but I kind of rather just have blockers up for one more turn. 3, 4. Well, I guess I have these 2 up. But it really doesn't change that much because this will crew for free. I'd rather block with the 3, 4. They go for value. Okay, that actually makes sense. That was pretty good for them. Just double block that. Take 4. We're at 7. That makes sense what they did there. I guess one thing is trading that would mean, but they would tap that down, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Deal with that. Could I kind of want this in play for next turn because torpedo. I actually like that a lot, even though the Mechanzo will be big. So we could do that, Scrapper, deal with the 2-3, which we probably have to deal with either way at one point. There's some awkwardness that we take 2 potentially. But we're also really aggro now. We have like a 2-turn clock. Like, we can attack these 3, but let's see what we get first. Well, we want the full value even. 3, 6. We can have some chompers. Yeah, it's a 2-turn clock. I think we just play it out like that. I kind of have the perfect info. Okay. I'll finish that off if they block. Otherwise, it's... I think we have enough blockers. That could go here as well. 2 damage. Have to have a flyer down. So lethal. Well, this is lethal as well. Or the pump, like many ways to win here. Yeah, like either equip that was lethal in vacuum, right? Or the pump was lethal, but anyway, the draw, we just don't need to re-equip. I think that's why it's important, Will, what you're saying, like it's important to prioritize 1s and 2s and not be too blinded by like medium 7 drops in this format. Because I think that's how you want your decks to look. Not because you want them to be aggro, but you want a cheap curve and in this format regardless, even if you play control. So it's important you take like focus fires high, like Crypt Cryo Shatters. Relic goes into the same category of cheap cards, right? But everybody knows that Relic is a good card by now. But then whenever it's a close call, just take a cheaper card, not your Kill Ship or God Maw or whatever. Man, I'm tempted to keep, but I can keep. I mean, we have most of our 2 early plays. Most of our cards are red. It's not like I want too many of these bolts in this hand. I'd rather have creatures. Okay, but bolt versus that is pretty good. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, now bolt looks fine. When we're curving out like that. Some awkwardness. In theory, it's not bad to 2-4 if this lives, but I think we just do that this turn. We'll figure it out. It's so bad if they go like another mentor or something and we use a bolt. Oh, come on. That's actually really good for them. What a scam. We can do this now and pull that away, so it's not that bad. I didn't expect that sort of a play. Don't have an artifact rate. Still need the white source. Otherwise, this is looking pretty grim now. They are recovering soon. Man, Coordinator surprisingly good versus our deck. Yikes. I'm just gonna attack with that and try to finish it off. What are you gonna do? Probably gonna just take it, but they also need to attack then. Or they can block the other one, yeah. Okay. Wish we had a Banishing Light, get the Pingo back. Okay, that's a problem. Bro! The Shuffler, our worst enemy. Yeah, now we have a problem. Oppo is cooking. Yikes. We were so close even with our mono red hand. Bro, we're not losing to that. Bro. We're losing to freaking Downsire. What a scam. 2, 3, 4. Pretty easy for them to get to 20 actually with this making tokens. It's a one shot. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 5. 15. They're one short. So they have to tap everything down. But they deal 100 damage here in the process. If they have any creature, we just straight up lose. Or imagine having the threaten effect in this deck. Oh wait. Oh, when you attack this, you need to attack. Okay, okay, I see how that works. Wait, they didn't want to win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had lethal. Huh, too late. It's too late now, but we can block. But then they activate that. Oh, this is each turn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Back to 4. Back to where we started. I mean, the hand still played out great. We just needed that planes a turn earlier. Or maybe 2 turns earlier. Let's be real. Well, that's aggressive. We're drawing this card too many times. It's better in the deck because of captains. But okay, this is a pretty good curve. So, if they play a creature here, we get a 2/2. Yep. Turn 3 Sammy with a token. That doesn't happen often. Although the fight spell doesn't deal with Sammy, so they need to bombard or something. We don't care about this elemental, do we? Yep. Maybe we can get to number 1 if we back-to-back win, maybe. Need some good MMR opponents. Yeah, Burek is only reserved to number 1. Food of champions. Chat, what's the best? What's your favorite Burek flavor? We need a Burek tier list again. You like the rolled one? I think I also like the rolled one, yeah. Rolled one is smaller usually. The one that are like sticks or something. So you can then just buy more flavors. Yeah, the cigarette burek. Cottage cheese. I think I like spinach the most, but I really like the potato one. I never tried it since recently, but it's really, really good. I think trading is better here. Because to me, for me, tomato was weird. Like dough and potato doesn't go that well together, but it's really nice. Really, it's really tasty. Flooding out a little, but okay. Bro, what a scam. One of the best cards in the set, and especially good versus our deck. Especially good. Well, now it comes down again, but we can grow it before it gets out of hand. So gotta play that, and I think we still pump over Luminary. Yikes. Well, the issue is this dragon. How do we manage that? I think we just lose to it. Could rip a removal. Oh, they don't have a land. Maybe that's how we get there. These two just swing. Well, do I want to trade a pangolin here? Probably. Because then this trades here, but is that even good? Then the dragon deals with that and we have a 3-4. What do they have for 1? Full control. Okay. Oh, full board. True. Or like, yeah, full board or full control. Which only 1 more damage, but 1 more damage matters quite a lot. I think we re-equip then here. Try to finish that off, but that seems mid. We want it here so we don't lose it to the dragon. But it is awkward if we need a pump plus re-equip plus that and we don't have enough mana. Well, full bore. So it's better to do it here. Or I can do it here and then finish it off. It's another thing. But do we win if I do it here and they have full bore? Also, it would be neat if Arena tapped out a little bit better. I would feel safer. Oh no, it's not lethal. Wait. What am I doing? Yeah, because I needed to re-equip. But then I didn't have enough for that either way. Okay, full bore. So if we attack all, we still deal with the dragon. They go to 4. And this still deals with that if there is full bore. So I guess that's the play. pretty obvious unless they are full controlling, but it's pretty hard to full control like that. I guess they would need stops in our turns. Yikes. Kinda complicated. Maybe I missed a damage somewhere. Maybe that turn, wait, but I could never re-equip and pump. I re-equip and 3 damage, right? That was not possible. It was either pump and play a card out. I think it was always 1 mana short. This is the hand we kept, but I think we gotta keep those hands. We have 3 things we can do. A 2 for 1 and a potential to draw planes. But we kept a hand like that before and got kinda punished, but it was close. Okay, I'd rather... This is interesting. I think I'd rather deal with it, but it is true that we just get it for free on... Well, we get a lot of things for free there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's better. It also gets the screwed. And this deals 3 over 2. Can go both ways. They could be mana screwed and all, but... I agree, this is like in our hand it looks better. Because it's gonna be hard to crew these and we can immediately crew the ship. I think we still have to follow this through. We can always crack that either way. So don't think we can keep either. Oh, they cannot. Yeah, true. Man, the ship is so impactful, but we need a planes like in... No, this shit. We just need a planes. You need a planes, you need a planes. They do it upkeep. They're flooding. Common land. Common planes. Needs to be a planes. Oh my god. Never lucky. Could attack for 4 crew with 1. Yeah, but I mean, we went through a lot of cards. We scryed 2 to the bottom. And that happens twice now. But yeah, it is what it is. This card is hard to deal with, but okay. Late to the party. But here we are. Late to the party, but we have arrived. Mechan is a pain here because it's cheap. I don't think they can though. This goes face. I want to crew this as well. We have another tapped creature and potentially this as well. Just in case, some weird tricks. think we throw it. Maybe. They have a burst, we lose though. No, they could have like also just jump, but yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I can get another creature, but if I pump these, they cannot kill one. And they only gain 3, so that's also lethal. That's most of their mana. They can get something. For 3. Oh, little breaking, that would be insane. No, but we still win. Like, there's still lethal in the air. We did it! We did it! Best on the planet again. Burek earned, yeah. Which one am I getting? Spinach. I'm gonna get a potato one. I have to go to the city though. There's no bakery in the village where I live anymore. Number 1 in the universe. Screenshot. Alright, chat. That's it. Boros the best. My win ratio with Boros must have skyrocketed today. I'm actually curious. Look at that. 73.2 win percent with Boros. 0.023s. Here again, what's up, what's up? You clipped it? Now it's forever. Alright, we need to go over to Akil to brag about it. Akil has access to better Burek because he lives in Serbia. Sach. That's a real win. Alright, chat, thank you so much for watching.